The Governor McKee opened up the meeting, greeting the people who are watching. And this week, especially, it's been extremely hot. And the governor said he appreciated everyone staying cool and staying hydrated, and to have everyone check on their neighbors and their loved ones, family and friends, to make sure that they are staying cool. If your home is too warm, you can go to a cooling center. There's a website, and I will show you here. It indicates all the cities and towns across the state, and you can click on the town where you live, and it will tell you which is the closest cooling center. Most of them are high schools or gyms or other local large buildings. The website is directly below me here. I'm indicating it. I'm thrilled to inform you citizens that the FDA, the federal government, has fully approved the Pfizer vaccine. You remember when the FDA approved it back in December of 2020, it was given emergency authorization. It was considered a temporary measure. But now, after 10 months of giving vaccines, Pfizer submitted a report to the FDA, and the FDA has said that it is safe and effective and gave it full approval. So those of you who have not been vaccinated, who were waiting, now is the time. People were saying they wanted to wait until the federal government officially approved Pfizer without the emergency authorization. So if you've been waiting, please go ahead and get your vaccines now. This is related to vaccination rates. According to the CDC and the Rhode Island Office of Health and Human Services, we are now number 5 in the nation for vaccinations as of August 20th. Currently, 64.3% of all Rhode Islanders who are 12 and over have been fully vaccinated. They've received 2 doses and are fully vaccinated. And 71% of all Rhode Islanders who are 12 and over have received at least 1 vaccine, 1 shot out of the 2, and are waiting for their second. Those numbers are quite high, but it's still not enough to defeat the virus because of the Delta variant. So I encourage you to get vaccinated. As the number of people who get vaccinated increases, we will be able to stop the Delta variant. The Department of Health has estimated there's 172,000 Rhode Islanders who have not yet been vaccinated. And now they can get vaccinated, but they have not. So I encourage them to help us who have been vaccinated to bring the percent up. If we could get up to 85 or 90%, that would do a lot to make sure that the pandemic numbers decrease. 95% of physicians nationwide have gotten vaccinated. For the people who have been vaccinated, only 0.2%, less than 1% of those people end up in the hospital when they get COVID, if they get COVID, 0.2%. So for those of you who have not yet been vaccinated, think about that. You would be bringing your chances down to 0 of getting hospitalization because of getting COVID. So please consider getting the vaccine. And now with school starting in the fall, the children will be going back to live classes. So please get your friends and family to bring their children who are 12 and over to get vaccinated, to protect children from the increase in Delta variant spread. Thank you. Governor McKee has made an executive order, and the order will permit doctors, nurses, healthcare providers in Rhode Island who have already retired to come back into the workforce without losing their retirement benefits, their pension. They will not lose any of the benefits that they had upon retirement if they come back to help with vaccines, treatment, and other work related to COVID. I want to commend several Rhode Island organizations and businesses that have taken action to decrease the transmission of COVID-19. Specifically, the Providence Performing Arts Center. There are people who come in to watch concerts or theater productions indoors. You have to show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test result. And then recently they've added required masking. Indoor seating required masking indoors to watch any performance. And there are other businesses that we would like to encourage to copy the model of PPAC. One is indoor masking, vaccination of your employees and also customers coming into your businesses. You can ask them to show proof that they're vaccinated, testing, showing proof of a negative test, and also air ventilation within the venue, keeping windows open, making sure that air is flowing and moving through the HVAC system that you have. There are scientific studies that show that if a person has COVID-19, masks reduce transmission to another person by 70 or 80%. So I'm hoping that other businesses and organizations will take the 4 steps that PPAC has done. This is related to Rent Relief Rhode Island. The logo is showing here. It's an organization that assists people who live in Rhode Island to pay their rent and utilities if they've fallen behind because of COVID. In the past, we have spent over $16 million in funds to encourage people to be able to allow people to stay in their homes. Rent Relief Rhode Island is funded by federal programs, which in the past had been very restrictive. And now they are reducing some of the restrictions to make the program run more effectively and make sure that that money gets out to the people who need it. So if you are having trouble paying your rent or utilities and you live in Rhode Island, please contact Rent Relief Rhode Island. The website is here. For assistance, or you can contact the Commission for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing. We will help you, or any service provider you have who works with deaf and hard of hearing people. They will know how to fill out the application for rent and utility relief. The governor is saying the last point I want to give you advisories about is mosquitoes. We are right now in peak mosquito season. And during sunrise or sunset, mosquitoes are out in greater numbers. Mosquitoes can carry viruses like the West Nile virus or EEE. If they are carrying it and they bite you, you can get sick from that virus. So please make sure that when you're home, if you open windows in your home, that there are intact screens to prevent mosquitoes from entering the house. If you do go outdoors, camping or hiking, or you're out in the woods or fishing, try to make sure that you have long sleeve pants and long sleeved shirts to protect your skin. And if you are using bug spray, look at the ingredients. If it has the chemical DEET in it at 20% or greater, it's more powerful. So look for DEET 20% or more to ward off mosquitoes. avoid anything with less than 20% DEET.